Well, Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen are divorced. They have two children together, Benjamin and Vivian. However, they're also raising Tom's son from a prior relationship. That child's name is Jack, and he is 15 years old. Giselle has been a constant in this boy's life since he was born, having started dating Brady back when Jack's mother, Bridget Monahan, was pregnant. We've often seen Jack in the luxury box and even on the field during and after games. But with the divorce, that will likely change. Breaking up a family is always tough. Breaking up a blended family is even tougher. Today, I'm joined by attorney Jeffrey Bloom, who will better help us understand the impact this type of breakup has on children and what can be done to hopefully lessen the blow. Jeff, thanks for joining me.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I wanted to start with talking about, in this situation as a great example, what rights does a non-biological step-parent have to spend time with a child?
In a word, none. Because they are not the biological parent. They have not adopted the child. They are a step-parent. And certainly under New Jersey law, just being a step-parent does not provide you with any rights whatsoever.
Does that change at all if the biological parent is completely out of the child's life?
Now we're talking that there could be a difference. If the parent, the non-biological parent, is actively involved in the child's life, basically raising the child, they're living under their roof, and they are everything but named as a parent, adopted or otherwise, the non-biological parent would have the right to petition the court to be declared a psychological parent. And if a court order is entered, they would then have certain additional rights that simply being a step parent does not afford them. But you absolutely must satisfy the criteria and get a court order to be designated a psychological parent.
So in your experience, what can be done to best help a child transition to the breaking up of his or her family to cushion that blow?
This is not a legal question. This is a question for parenting and for psychologists. Every child is different. Every child has a different age, a different emotional background, and comes to the situation from a different perspective. Hopefully the parents, well, they should know their child better than anyone, and they should cater the situation to the particular child. It's often a situation where you want to explain, depending on the age of the child and the acrimony in the breakup, what's going on, how they are still loved. And this would be the time, if you anticipate it coming in advance, but if not coincidentally with the breakup, involving the psychological professionals, the mental health professionals who can best assist the parents to setting out a roadmap for what would most smoothly assist the transition for the child. But that's now when you're dealing with non-legal issues, but as we say in New Jersey, because the law in New Jersey, you have to always act in the best interests of the child. And that doesn't mean financially always. In fact, it shouldn't. It should be emotional.
Absolutely. Jeff, do you have any other specific recommendations that parents can apply if they're planning to separate or divorce and they're looking to sort of minimize the impact on their children?
I think a lot depends on the parent's relationship with the particular child. Mm-hmm. And that then goes to the age and the maturity of the child, as well as what the child has seen and experienced in the household with respect to the parents, their fighting, and the breakup. From knowing your child, you should be able to be guided as to how to best help them. Is it speaking to them as a couple? Is it speaking to them individually? Is it involving the mental health professionals? Do you want to alert their school, guidance counselors, or if it's middle school or elementary school, maybe nurses or a favorite teacher, someone who can be there to help guide the child when they have questions, when they're curious, when they're confused, whatever the emotions they're feeling. Now's the time to get involved personally and with the professionals to best ease the transition. Because while you may know your child best, you may not know and probably don't know the best strategies to help that child cope with the situation. And it's really not predictable how each child will react. The quiet child may have it burning up inside them and they're going to explode. The outgoing child, you may think, oh, it's all out there. But no, they're burning inside. That's why using professionals to help you is really the best step at that point.
Excellent advice, Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me today on this really important topic of blended families and divorce and separations. I appreciate your time. Again, for those listening, this was a great session with attorney Jeffrey Bloom, family law attorney, on blended families and how to transition and ease the blow on your children and family. Thanks so much, Jeff.
Thank you.